equation of a polynomial using difference table. So after forming your difference table, you can use it to form equation, but they will always give you table. You want to form equation of that polynomial from which that table was formed. So the formula you are going to use will be, you just say that a function of s will be, if you like, you use y. So you say y 0, that is initial value of y, plus the first difference of y. Then what again? You add s there. Then you now say plus what? The second difference of y0 over 2 factorial. Then you now have s. You have s minus 1. So the thing will keep on moving like that. Like if you want to get another one, it's going to be the third difference of y0 over 3 factorial. Then you have s. You have s minus 1. You have s minus 2. So the thing will keep on moving. So what will you do? At this point now, what will you do? Okay, let's now see how to use it to solve example. So example 1. If you are asked to find the polynomial, you are asked to find the equation of polynomial tabulated below. So find the equation of the polynomial. Find the equation of the polynomial tabulated below. Find the equation of the polynomial tabulated below. So what do you have s, you have 1, you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then under y I have 3, 2, 3, 6, and 11. I am asked to find the equation of polynomial. So if you want to solve it now using difference table, what do you do? You first of all form the difference table of this thing. So how do you do that? You are going to that 0 represents initial. So you say, if you like, you can write your serial number so that you understand what I mean. You have your s, you have your y. So under serial number, start from initial 0. So you have 1, jump one line. You have 2, you have 3, you have 4. So under s, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Then under y, what do you have? You have 3, 2, 3, 6, 11. Then what again? Then, if you want to get the first difference, you say the first difference will be what? So the first difference is going to be 2 minus 3. So when you say 2 minus 3, it will give you minus 1. 3 minus 2 will give you 1. 6 minus 3 will give you 3. And 11 minus 5 minus 6 will give you 5. So you go to your second difference. So you say 1 minus minus 1. See it, you say 1 minus minus 1. So this minus will change to plus to give you 2. So you have to write that 2 there. 3 minus 1 will give you 2. 5 minus 3 will give you 2. But everything is 2. And that if you try to get the third one, everything will give you 0. So telling that this is a correct polynomial. Then you want to find that polynomial now using difference table. What do? You will now put that formula again. So you now say using this formula that function of s will be y0 plus what? First difference of y, we put s. Well, the second difference of y0, you pick initial value, y0, you now say 2 factorial, you put s into s minus 1. But in this case now, we don't have value for third difference, so you don't need to go, because if you put 0 there, it will, so you stop at second difference. Now from your table, now what is y0? y0 means initial value of 1. Initial is when serial number is 0. So you now say our y0 from the table is 3. Our change in y0, the initial value, the first one is the initial value. So the first one is minus 1. Then for second difference, the initial one is what? 2. So you apply in that formula, you get your answer. So you say that that function of s they are looking for will now be equal to what? You put 3 here plus what? Minus 1 into x plus 2 into 2 factorial is 2 times 1, which is 2. So you have s minus 1. Then you have function of s, give you 3. This time this is minus s. 2 divided by itself is 1. So you open this bracket, s times s is s squared. S times minus 1 is minus s. So you collect like that. You have that function of s starting with the highest power of s. So s squared will come first. So minus s will give you minus 2s plus 3 as the required equation. So let's see one more example so that you understand it very well. So example 2 is simple. So example 2 says the same question. Find the equation of the polynomial tabulated. Now in this example 2, the table will no longer start from s, so that you can use this method to solve. That one will solve in the other topic, that is difference table, because I say that you can use this method to solve it. So as soon as the table is like this, and this is that table, we solve that time. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, there's a 5. This one will not start from 0. So you have 2, 3, what again, 6, 11, 18. So what do? You form your difference table again. In this case, if you want to form your difference table, because s did not start from 0, what will you do? You will not use s direct. You find another alphabet that will have relationship with s. So you can say, let our z be s minus 1. I will say s minus 1 because the first value of s there is 1. As soon as the first value of s is 2, you say s minus 2. So that when I will say 1 minus 1, I will get 0. So we want initial value to always give us 0. So if it is 2, what I will do, I will now form difference table. So if I want to form the difference table, my difference table, so what I will put here will be z. This one will be y. Then under z now, under z I will no longer write x. So under z I will now have, because this relationship, this how to get z. So I will say 1 minus 1, it will give me 0. I will jump one line. I will say 2 minus 1, I will have 1. Then I will say 3 minus 1, I will have 2. But again, 4 minus 1, I will have 3. 5 minus 1, I will have 4. Then put the corresponding values of y. When you put the corresponding values of y, you have 2, you have 3, you have 6, you have 11, you have 18. So you get the difference. So the first difference is going to be this minus this is 1, this minus this is 3, this minus this is 5, and 18 minus 11 is 7. So you get your second difference. So that second difference, this will give you 2, this will give you 2, this will give you 2. So the next one will be 0. So what does it mean? It means that you can now say that your what? That your y0 in this case will be what? 1. your first difference, initial value of the first difference, so 0 means initial. So the initial value of the first difference is 1. The initial value of the second difference is 2. So you substitute in that formula, because it's going to be second order. So when you substitute, you say using that formula, which is what? Function of s will give you what? Will give you y0 plus delta y s0 plus this, you have s into s minus 1. So you continue now, you do what you call substitution. So when you substitute, we are going to have what? We are going to now have, after substitution, we are going to now have that function of s will give us y0. Our y0 now from here is 1. So you put 1. Then what again? We have plus this one, which is also 1. So our y0 is 2. Thank you. Our y0 is 2 now. So you put 2 for your y0. So this one now is 1. Then you have 1 into s. Then plus what? 2 over 2 factorial is 2. You have s into. You have what? S into this. But if you are writing the formula, remember here now this is the formula. But we establish relationship for z. So the best thing is for you to also get it in terms of z. So if you get it in terms of z, you can now go back to get your original value. I don't know whether I'm getting it. Let me just finish. Then after we change s to z. So what you do now, you will now say that, because our z, our z, so I do not forget this one now, we have it in terms of z, because if this table is based on z, so this will be z, this will also be z. So what you have now, this is now function of z first. You have the table for function of z. So if you have that for z, you have f of z will give you, this is z, this is z into z minus 1. So you have that your function of z is 2 plus z. Well, this will cancel this. You have what? Z squared minus z. Yes, we continue. Function of z, so z minus this, you have z squared plus 2. But they don't know what is z. Z is something you establish on your own. So if you now want to get your full answer, for you to now, you say about z is equal to what? S minus 1. So function of s now is, any place it says z now, put this. So it's going to give you s minus 1 squared plus 2. And that will give us, function of s when we expand this. Anything raised to power 2 means that times itself. So it's going to give us s minus 1 into s minus 1 plus 2. So function of s will be, s times s is what? S squared. S times minus 1 is minus s. Minus 1 times s is minus s. Minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1 plus 2. So that function we are looking for will be s squared. Then minus s is what? Minus 2s plus 3 as the required equation. And if you check, you discover that it will be similar to what we got before. Thank you very much.